What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little review for you today of a really special knife. Big shout out to Lanyard Band, aka Stephen Weigel, for loaning me this one. This is a Polish custom knife and a very expensive knife. So big shout out to him for having the faith in me to loan me such a cool knife. Pretty cool of him. This is a lefty version. See how the clip's sitting right there. You can see that right off the rip. But even though it's a lefty, man, I've definitely fully enjoyed this thing. Would love to own one someday. So if that's all you're looking for is, does he like this knife? Does he not? I mean, I don't know why you'd be asking me about a super expensive knife, but me personally, I love it. So we'll go ahead and get into the specs, details of it, and all that. This is the Herman Knives Sting. Pretty cool. I think they might have possibly named it off of the after the Lord of the Rings sword, maybe from the sword that Bilbo Baggins had that lit up blue when the orcs were present. That might just be me talking out of my ass. I don't know, but either way, it's a pretty damn cool knife. So let's go ahead and we'll get an overall on it. Tip of the blade into the handle, you are looking at right at 7 7/8 overall length. Blade length 3.5. You go up inside that sharpening choil right there. Cutting edge length on it, let's see, for the cutting edge, 3 3/8. So pretty good on the ratios there as far as blade to handle and everything, I would say. Turn the calibers on, we'll zero them out. Blade stock thickness check, 129 thousandths, 128.5 thousandths. Let's see, let's do behind the edge right there. You're looking at, go ahead and make sure I'm putting this. I want to say 33 thousandths is what that says, but I could be wrong on that. Let me make sure I'm getting in the right spot there. 28.5 thousandths. So that's kind of not all the way on the apex where that kind of swoops up. So just bear that in mind. It does get fairly thin behind the edge. Oh, almost forgot. Got to do the handle thickness. All right, handle thickness 470 thousandths is what I got right there. So essentially, a smaller version of the Ishtar, and we'll show that right now. I'll do size comparisons. I will probably end up doing a showdown video between the Ishtar and the Sting while I've got them in my possession. Can't really, can't do that every day, right? So I think it'd be pretty cool to show, like a comparison video. But there it is. There they are next to each other. A little bit different blade shape on the Sting, or on the Ishtar rather than the Sting. The Ishtar is a larger knife than the Sting also. All right, so that was a size comparison with the only other Polish custom knife that I've got in my possession. Let's break out some of my knives. You got the Medford Knives Slim Midi right there, and this is a Tommy knife. That is your One Track Mine Ire right there up next to it. So both of those larger. Actually, the Medford Slim Midi, now that I'm looking at it, is broader than the Sting, but it's not too far off as far as the overall length goes. As a matter of fact, you go all the way to that point there, they are very close, very similar to each other with overall length. The Sting looks like it's got around right around about the same cutting edge on it. Why I'm putting that one up, let's see here. Take that back out, and here is that's your Gecko Customs Pictus right there, courtesy of Fred the Lug. That's your MSI, Microtech MSI, substantial amount larger than the Sting. All right, so I think that's it for size comparisons. Minus standard on the channel nowadays is your DeWalt framing hammer and your 8-inch USA made crescent wrench. Kind of class up the joint a little bit there. You got the $800 knife on the table, and you got the DeWalt framing hammer. So there you go. All right, let's get the scale out here. Gonna weight on this bad boy. It feels light as a feather. Let's see, weight 4 ounces. So under or over actually the ounce and inch ratio, but not really that big of a deal. I don't think 4 ounces is not a substantial amount. I don't think that really puts it in heavy category or anything like that. We'll get the flashlight out right here, see what the internals look like, see if they got any milling. I got the liner going right there, if I can get the camera to focus. All right, so you got the liner on that side, right? And do have a little bit of milling on that titanium frame on the inside right there. Oh, also showed this on the Ishtar as well, but whenever you look at the inside of the back spacer, says proudly made in Poland. I think that's a nice little touch. And the blade, pretty sterile. I mean, you've got it engraved in there, not just written in paint or something, engraved in there, M398, which is an excellent blade steel, and Herman knives on that side. So pretty cool, pretty classy, pretty nice way of doing it, I think, to where it's not like billboard or anything like that, but they still got their name out there. So that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and do a hardware check. I'm thinking probably the same. What is this? Let's see. What do we got on here right now? You got a T8 on here right now. I'm thinking T6 on the body screws. Let me get the T6 out. Yeah, T6 on the clip. T6 on the body. And last but not least, break that out. And I want to say T15. All right. There it is. T15. Man. Let's see. Watch it not be a T15. Yep, T15. All right. So well, it's the same as the Ishtar as far as the hardware goes. Let me put that up. Put it back where it goes this time, maybe. So T15 on the pivot, T6 on the body screws would be cool if they were T8s, but not too big of a deal there. Got minimal body hardware. Look at the clip, man. The clip matches that kind of eggshell titanium that's on the inlay on this side. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. All blacked out. I like the color scheme here that they did with this. You still got the inlay sitting on top of the titanium frame, but it's all blacked out. The main thing, one of my favorite things with these Herman knives is the action, man. Look, you cannot fail it. I can anyway. Haven't been able to fail it. And the sound that it makes whenever you open it, I got like almost a metallic thwack. I hold it up to the mic. So pretty neat. I like that. As soon as you clear the detent, even though it is a thinner, kind of smaller, thinner blade, it just falls, glides shut, man. Clear the detent right there. Glides shut all the way. Pretty awesome. Ergonomics on it feels solid. I love the ergos on it. Pretty locked in right there. No issues whatsoever ergonomically. You do have a little bit of a sharpening choil, not much. Could be a little bit better with that sharpening choil, but do have a little bit of a sharpening choil there. M398, a pretty good steel, so far as I know, so far as what I've heard and everything. I have not tested out M398, but to my understanding, it's kind of like a superior version of M390, and they do a very good heat treat. So yeah, that is the Herman Knives Sting. Hopefully I did it justice, man. Maybe not, but very awesome, very cool knife. Thank you very much, Stephen Weigel, for loaning me this knife, Lanyard man, and very much appreciate it. Hit the like button if you guys like this type of content. Subscribe right down there if you want more of it. And whether it's morning, evening, noon, or night, y'all stay sharp.